This is a video how to replace a seal in the rear shock. The shock is a Showa MB2-003. I could not film the whole process, so it's going to be a mix of photographs and videos. As you can see, my frame is pretty empty, so it's not a big deal to remove the shock. There are two bolts holding the shock, one at the top right there, and one is on the bottom on that link. So all you need to do is just remove the bolts and you'll be able to pull the shock out. So I removed the nuts and this is the last bolt that's holding, so just pull the bolt out and now the shock is free, and just swing it out of the way and you should be able to remove it. So next step, to get to the seal, we need to remove the boot. So in order to remove the boot, you need a needle nose pliers to squeeze the little clamp and unhook the end. After you've unhooked the end, you just need to loosen the boot from the other end. Nothing's holding it, so and you should be able to remove the boot. This side you need to use a screwdriver, just insert and kind of go around just to be able to slide the boot off. So now that the boot is free, you can remove it, and what you will see inside, you're going to see a retaining ring, or as they call it, a stop ring, and below that is going to be a backup ring. So the backup ring slides over the retaining ring and kind of locks it in place. So in order to remove the retaining ring, you need to knock down the backup ring just a bit, so you'll be able to remove the retaining ring. Now this is a diagram that shows you the components. You can see there's a slide ring, then a seal, then the backup ring, and then the stop ring. Here you would need a special tool, but since I don't have the tool, I found this NJ213 bearing that fits exactly over the shock, and using it I was able to use it as a tool. So when you're knocking down, you just need to go about 3 millimeters down in order to remove the stop ring. So after you've done that, you can use a tool and remove the stop ring, and then you can easily access the backup ring and remove it as well. The next step, you need to push out the seal. The best way is to use a grease gun, fill it up with ATF, and clamp the shock in a vise and slowly push the seal out. I suggest put a bag under it because you're gonna get some liquid coming out. I didn't have the grease gun with ATF, so I just opted to use an air pump, which worked, but it was like an explosion. So it's okay, but I wouldn't suggest it using. To fill up the shock, I use synthetic fork oil, weight 10, and it needs about 13 ounces of fluid. Flip the shock upside down, having in a vise, and fill up. After you're done filling up the shock with the fluid, you can start reassembly. First, remember to put the white plastic ring, then you put the seal in. Now make sure the seal is put in the right orientation. Then you put the backup ring. Now you can use the tool and knocking you can push the backup ring down just enough so you can insert the stop ring in the groove. The part number for the seal is 91257MC7003 and you can get it from Honda. After you've installed the stop ring, you can use an air pump and pressurize the cavity to probably about 60-70 psi to make sure that the seal moves back and the backup ring locks the stop ring in place. So after that, just reinstall the boot and you're all ready to go. Thanks for watching.